Ladies and gentlemen, now the moment you've all been waiting for.
And it's all downhill from there.
I can't believe you're not paying me to do this.
Welcome, everyone, to the COF Show. I'm your host, Graham McMorrow. With me is Ryan Heinrichs. Ryan.
Hi, Graham.
This is episode 1. Today's show we'll be talking about why we're doing this, who we are, the contest that we have planned, which is very exciting, and ways for you to get in touch. The City of Film started in 2003. It was just me writing for a while, and it got very boring. Luckily, I knew Ryan at the time, so he came on board. And then eventually Kevin came on board, and now it's the three of us working alongside each other. And it's a pretty good site, wouldn't you say, Ryan?
I would say it's an excellent website that is very visually appealing and provides up-to-the-minute news on the film industry.
I bookmarked it.
I didn't.
If you want to give us feedback on the show, on the website, give us questions, email us at mail@cityofilms.com, go to our website contact page, add us on Skype, City of Films. Hate mail, fan mail, we'll take it all.
Especially the hate mail. I like reading hate mail.
It's pretty great. The one person missing is Kevin, who you know is the artist on the City Strip, our famous comic that pops up every Monday. Kevin's not here. I suspect he's working on Monday's comic, but he's promised me he'll be here for episode 2, so we look forward to having him.
Yeah, it'll be good. I actually have never heard Kevin's voice. So.
You mentioned that to me the other day, too. You have never seen each other live, and you guys have never heard each other's voice. You've just been communicating over email.
We are like pen pals. You know back in the day when you had pen pals with strangers?
No, I was a cool guy. So basically I just wanted to say the reason why we're doing a City of Film show, which I've been planning for maybe a year now. I haven't put that much planning into the show, so don't fool yourself. The show is, it's not a year's worth of planning. If you plan something for a year, you're probably looking at a pretty good product. This has just been an idea for a year. We've basically just spent the last 2 weeks on it. If you're frequent to our site, you know that we don't claim to know everything about movies. We have fun with it, and that's all it is, really. City of Films, we want to be on a level that when you come to the site, you can imagine yourself writing it or talking on the show. So we want it to be like a community where everyone feels the same. We don't have agents or a lot of backing to do the site. We just more or less do it as a hobby, and it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, you don't pay me, so...
That's unprofessional. So that's why we're here. That's the City of Film show in a nutshell. We're going to have fun, contests, like I said, give us feedback. And who knows, by season 2 we could have video.
Nobody wants to see video of us.
Unprofessional. It would be pretty naive of me to say that we love movies and have since we were kids, but because everyone would say that, but it's true. I mean, I remember renting 5 movies at a time on a Saturday, or my parents called the cheap babysitter, and we would just sit there and churn out 5 movies in a row and go back, return them for more. You know, I'll have movie binges where I just watched a whole bunch of movies.
Yeah, I mean, I remember as a child I have so many movies that were staples in my house. Like, I've seen Hook probably 8 million times.
What an odd choice of movie just to shout out there.
Hook, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, and The Great Mouse Detective.
Remember having tapes that were labeled in your basement, like 5 movies on a tape?
No, mine were worse because my dad liked to record them in really high quality, so there was Terminator 2 Part 1 and Terminator 2 Part 2.
Oh, so he did it like on, what was it, like SP or whatever?
Yeah, like really, it was like slow play or something. And I remember it was really botched because in the Terminator 2 tape, he recorded the first part of Terminator 2 up into the bar fight, and then it resets and replays that fight over again. Yeah, Ooh. So every time I watch Terminator 2, I've seen the bad to the bone bit twice.
Feel free to drop a name, but who's your relative who watched Goodfellas backwards? Because Goodfellas was released on a DVD that had 2 sides, and they popped it in on the second side and just watched it till the end, and then realized that they skipped over the first part.
Honestly, I don't remember. I remember telling that story, but I don't know who it was.
Those of you who don't know, Ryan and I used to be roommates. He came to visit Ryan. We made him feel pretty bad about it.
It might have been my cousin Andrew.
Yeah, I think that was him.
Okay. Yeah, shout out to Andrew. Good fellas.
Backwards. Oh, what beer were you drinking, by the way?
Kokanee Gold.
That's stupid. Ryan is in the States. I'm over here in Canada. Don't hold that against him, though.
You know, I thought you would save that till the second episode, but there you go.
They've already tuned out. It's over.
Yeah, they've turned it off. They've deleted this podcast.
Ryan and I went to high school together, and then we lived together for a period of time. I think it was almost a year exactly.
Yeah, it was about that.
But, yeah, it's been fun. So one thing I thought we would talk about, Ryan, is that some of the people listening probably don't know you too well. Why don't you give people a little bit of background on yourself, what you enjoy about movies and the city of films?
What I do is I'm a web designer by trade. I've been doing that for about 7 years now. You can find my work at ryanheinrichs.com or cityoffilms.com because I built the site. So that's basically it from my job perspective. In terms of my film interests, I like a little bit of everything, and collecting DVDs that Graham's been offended that I own for quite a while.
Do you still own Donnie Darko?
Among other things, yes. Yes, I do. Do you want to borrow it?
Yeah, send it to me.
Okay.
So that's Ryan in a nutshell, more or less. Myself, as I said before, I started the website in 2003. So it's been just over 7 years now. We relaunched back in March. New look, new style. That's one of the things we wanted to do with the show as well, is get an audience. So if you're not a fan of the site, maybe you're just a fan of our voices. They're pretty sexy. I don't know. Whatever.
We're good-looking people.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing audio instead of video. One thing I thought we would do today is, if you have been on the City of Films website in the past week or so, you would have noticed a pretty sweet article called the City of Films Summer Movie Guide. Is
that sounds... I think that's right. Listen as we quickly Google, to find out exactly what we wrote about.
But, yeah, I figured we'll start. We'll go through the movies, and we'll basically give it a yes or a no, if we're going to see it or we're going to skip it.
I like it. That sounds good to me.
Thor. Go.
Probably watch it on Netflix.
That's not even a rent or a skip. That's... It's not going to be on Netflix for, 4 years.
And I'll watch it in 4 years. And podcast episode number 500, I will rate and review this movie.
Sweet. Yeah, myself, I'm probably going to skip it. I have no interest in the Thor character whatsoever.
Another thing I found weird was Anthony Hopkins. When I saw he was in this, I kind of just said, why? Aren't there other movies you could do?
He looks like he belongs on the set of Thor. I don't think there was much acting involved. They probably told him, be yourself, and then he did. Because he's got that snowy beard, and that just reeks of Greek gods. Hobo with a shotgun.
I don't even know what to say to this one. This is going to be another one that I will not see in theaters.
Theaters, no, but I will definitely see it.
It looks so gruesome.
It does. I think that's why I want to see it. You enjoyed Grindhouse, didn't you? I figure this is in the same area, but it's probably a lot more, probably, like you said, it's a lot more gruesome, I'm sure.
Did you, kind of an aside, did you see Machete?
No.
I watched Machete, and I kind of think this will be a lot like Machete. And it's a tough call. I mean, it's watchable, and it's going to be a one-time watch, but, you don't finish it and say, I'll watch that again in so many years or so many months. You're just not going to watch it again.
Bridesmaids, that opened recently.
Skip it.
That's quick. I kind of want to see it. What's your...
honestly, I'll be honest. I didn't even watch the trailer. So
the trailer's awful. The first trailer that came out, it was so unfunny, and the gags were... It was It was unreasonable. The movie itself, now that it's out there, is getting mental reviews.
Doesn't it seem strange that it's 2 hours long?
How long was Funny People?
Oh yeah, that movie was insanely long.
So that's what we're dealing with. Priest, I would never see. That looks boring again.
I'll be honest, I will watch this. This is another Netflix watch, so I'll watch it immediately after watching Thor.
You heard it there, folks. So come back in through 2015, and Ryan will tell you how Priest was. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. This would be the 4th Pirates movie, right?
Yes.
Jesus. Kung Fu Panda 2, I'll just start off right away saying that. If you haven't seen Kung Fu Panda, have you?
I have not seen Kung Fu Panda.
You should see it. I think you would like it a lot. I don't know, like, it... I was watching it, I'm just like, okay, this will be a waste of like an hour and a half and I'll forget about it. But it's really actually stuck with me ever since. Like, it was so, like, I laughed and I couldn't take my eyes off it. It was surprising. And so
wow.
I expect
okay, I'll watch it. I'll watch the first one.
Hangover 2.
I'll probably watch this one, but I won't. The thing is, I have movie passes that I have to use before a certain amount of time, and there's not much else that really makes me want to go to the theater. So I was going to see The Hangover 2, but then I saw the trailer for Horrible Bosses, which we'll get to later, and this has now been bumped to my DVD watch.
The Beaver with Mel Gibson.
This is the first I've ever looked at this.
You mean to say like you've never heard of the film?
Correct. Yes, I am a part of the City Films. I've never heard of this movie.
Well, I liked the trailer. From what I've heard, Mel Gibson, quote, his best performance ever. And
does he get drunk and beat anybody or something like that?
That's too far. Directed by Jodie Foster, of all people, who also stars in the movie. She never has good luck with films that she directs. I think the last one she directed was Home for the Holidays. And there's apparently issues on the set with Robert Downey Jr. And he's good friends with Mel Gibson, which is interesting. One of the most anticipated movies of this year for me is Super 8. I didn't get into Cloverfield, that whole thing behind it, like what is it, blah, blah, blah. It was just like a water cooler thing, like did you see Cloverfield? But Super 8, another movie with J.J. Abrams and his crew, that is kind of being like kept in the dark, so there's not a lot of details out there, which I wish they did with most movies, if not all of them. All we know about it is it probably involves aliens and kids making a zombie movie, so there you go. Did you watch the trailer for this one?
I haven't, no. But I'll watch it after we're done filming. How does that sound? Will that appease you?
The Beaver and Super 8. I don't understand you. Cars 2 comes out in June.
Nah, I'm good.
Bad Teacher.
I didn't know Cameron Diaz could be funny, but she can.
It looks like, as we'll see later, Horrible Bosses, we're both kind of looking forward to like crude comedies this summer.
Yeah, we have refined tastes.
Justin Timberlake, I guess.
He did a good job at making me hate him in The Social Network, so.
$1 billion. Transformers Dark of the Moon. I'm into it. I'm pretty hard into it. This trailer was ridiculous. Optimus looked badass. It looks like it's gonna be epic. I hate using that word. That's gonna be the movie of the summer, I think.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't grow up on a diet of Transformers, basically, so.
You missed out, bro.
Oh, yeah?
And we always just wanted to rush to this one anyways. Horrible Bosses.
This movie looks ridiculously funny.
I hope Charlie Day becomes mental after this and is just like the top comic star, because that guy deserves it. If anyone listening has seen his work on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, of course you know that he's awesome at anything he does. He's the wild card.
Yeah. I mean, basically, anything he does seems to be funny. Jason Bateman's pretty good, too. Jennifer Aniston is... I didn't expect that from Jennifer Aniston. But generally, it's kind of like all about Charlie Day. I dress like him for Halloween, so I guess I'm kind of a fanboy, so I'll stop.
Good call.
Yeah.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
This is probably the movie I'm most excited to see this year.
Yeah, I said Transformers would be the movie this summer, but this is like an end of an era for a lot of people.
So you kind of lied.
Yeah.
Okay.
You read all the books?
Yes. Did you read all the books?
No, I didn't read any of them.
So you don't know how this ends?
No. Friends with benefits.
Justin Timberlake stars, right?
Yep. Well, one thing we could talk about now is the contest we want to have. Basically, what we're going to do, we're going to have 6 episodes of the City Film Show this series. In the first 5 episodes, we're going to say a keyword that you have to email to us at mail@cityoffilms.com, or go to our website, you'll find the address there. You have to email us the keyword, and you have to be a fan on Facebook. It's pretty fair. And the winner will be drawn on episode 6, notified. And all you'll have to really do, I would imagine, is send your likeness, a picture of yourself, to us, and we'll make it happen. The keyword this week, episode 1, is Marty, M-A-R-T-Y, the name of the main character in the city strip. So email us that keyword for a chance to win. Ryan, episode 1, good show?
A little long. It was okay. Could be better.
All right. Well, see you next time, everybody.
Toodles.